Hey, thanks for joining. So in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna configure the 822.1x wired on the Meraki with user and machine authentication. So we could check that this is the user that's logging in, and we check that he's logging in from a machine that belongs to the company. Okay, so let's start.
Let us prepare you to own, protect, and master your network. Net Prepare.
So from the Meraki side, we're gonna keep everything the same. There's no need to do any changes. So if we look at, we'll go over just the policy if you haven't been following along. So what we specify here, we specified Meraki wired, we specified my radius, provide all those information here, like the IP, the secret, the port. We enabled all those features. We also enabled accounting. We did provide the filter ID, but that's not like 100% required for this particular feature. And we specified multiple domain. It's depend if you have a phone or you don't have a phone, so that could affect if it's a multi-domain or not. And yeah, that's it. You could go over, there's a very good document called Meraki 82.1x wired configuration. Just Google it, you'll find it directly. So after you do that, you go under the switch ports. And you could see here, we've already configured those ports to specify access. And inside of access policy, in place of open, we specify the policy name that we want to apply. And that's it. And then you do update. All right, so this is the Meraki configuration. So I'm not gonna tweak the existing service that we have here. I'm gonna create a new one, and also what I'm gonna do under the policy. Under the policy, I wanna add another one, like here, this one. No, it's under profile. Sorry. Yes, exactly. This one. The set VLAN 10. So I'm gonna create one that's gonna give him like VLAN 100. All right. So. And those are the attributes that Meraki accepts to change VLANs. Alright, so now we have set 10 and set 100, both two VLANs, right? So the way you could do it, we go under services, let's create add 82.1x wired, so let's name it Meraki net prepare, or well, there's no need for net prepare, Meraki wired user and machine. As I explained previously, like those attributes are used to go into the service, and the authentication, we're gonna keep those default. And what we're gonna do is specify the authentication source is our Active Directory. Roles, so we could actually configure everything under the enforcement, but it's kind of clean to use the roles. You give like a role to a particular user, and you could use that to perform the enforcement. And most of the time when you're authenticating, you could use the same role, you know, like so you don't have to create each time different enforcement for each service. All right, but in our case, so we're gonna create a new one. So let's go under here, let's name it, yeah, machine user. And like the default role is gonna be other. And now I'm remembering like the roles that we have are not the one that I wanna use. So groups equal, so if it's a corp user, let's put them under. So yeah, I created this, so that's fine. Let's add this for now. Save it. Let's save. All right, so let's add new roles. So let's save. Oh, this one already exists. All right. Yes, that's fine. So let's specify this is admin. And let's add another one for port. And let's add another one for IT, let's say, I don't know. IT admin, all right? So as I said, the roles are exactly like tags, right? So if you're coming from network, like from routing background, so it's just like you're giving a tag for the route. So let's delete this one just so it doesn't confuse me. Alright, so this is the one that we are tweaking. Alright, so we've added this one for, I need to update this actually now since we've created the new support, perfect. Alright, so copy, so now we're gonna do also. And let's do ignore here. ignore case, and let's put it under admin, and let's do copy rule, edit, IT admins. All right, so we got those from we get those groups from the Active Directory, so it's our security groups on the Active Directory. So let's go back to the service, and it got deleted. All right, so let's create it again. So here we specify, we set Meraki wire, user, and machine. Authentication, we need to specify the Active Directory. Roles, we've created that, and this is it. So based on your group, you'll be belong to one of those roles. You don't have to do it here. As I said, you could configure everything under the enforcement. But yeah. All right, so let's create it here. So let's do, okay, Meraki user. Okay, and the default one, let's put it under deny access. Deny access. All right, so under rules. So what we're gonna do is so let's do match any. All right, so if you are part of the admin or the core or the IT administrator add, so let's just give you allow access. Okay. All right, so if you're part of any of those the group policies, which are rules, because we set them in the role mapping section, you just get access to the network. Right? So let's create copy rule. Let's create another rule here, specifying also, and if you are equal to machine auth. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you in VLAN, do VLAN 10. All right, save. All right, and what we could do also, let's specify another rule. I don't know. So let's do tip role equal. So machine auth also allow access. Or what we could do, just make it VLAN 100. All right, let's make it VLAN 100, and let's remove this. And what you could do, like a machine auth, like you could make it more restrictive, or it depends how you want to protect your network, right? So let's say also like you just want to give it internet access, or you want to give it, put it in a particular VLAN which it could have access to the Active Directory to download the certificates or whatever. And okay, I think we're good. So save, and let's specify it here, Meraki user and machine. Perfect. So let's save. This actually I need to, sorry, I have to remove this to make it to the top. And let me check again. So role enforcement. So machine auth, put it on VLAN 100, and user and machine put it on VLAN 10, and if it's just a user, allow access, so it's gonna be on VLAN 1. All right, so you see we actually got allow access. So let me. All right, so we got, like, here you could see the role, we got machine authentication when we plug this the user in. All right, so let's sign in now. We should get access 100. Okay, configure service role enforcement. You see why we need to modify their okay, policies. So what's happening is, since the first one is being hit, so we need to move it to here. Okay, save. All right, now that's gonna work. All right, so let's unplug and plug it back in. So this is the Mac authentication, which is normal. And as you can see, we actually set to VLAN 10 because we're doing user and machine authentication. Sign out anyway. All right, so you see directly we went into the machine auth. So we're now in the VLAN 100, so we don't have full access to the network. So let's go in and let's sign in. And we're back to VLAN 10, as you could see here. So let's try one more thing. So let's sign from from this machine that doesn't have is not part of the Active Directory. Oh, okay, perfect. We got connected. Just I had the wrong credentials. So let's click here, refresh. Let's go under CADO's access denied is because I had the wrong credential, but like you see, we got allowed access, which is just VLAN 1. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining. So in this video, we're able to demonstrate how we do A22.1x wired user and machine authentication on the Meraki MS. And thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe, that would be really helpful. And yep, thank you.